Former President Bill Clinton is taking his role as host of this week's Humana Challenge golf tournament very seriously. Good evening, I'm Brooke Berry.
He really is. I'm Chris Long. After hosting a health and wellness conference Tuesday morning, attending a gala Wednesday night, the president has visited with fans and players on the courses in the Quinta all week. Today, he spent a few minutes with the news media, including our Scott Hennessee.
Inside the Clinton Foundation tent this afternoon, former President Clinton met with the media for the first time this week. He is thrilled to carry on the legacy of Bob Hope as the host of this tournament while shining a light on health and wellness.
So he would be tickled. I think he would like it a lot. I miss him. I wish he were here.
Bob Hope used golf to bring people together to have a good time. Mr. Clinton also sees the game as a way to help build bridges between people. I asked him if he thinks golfing with political adversaries can help ease political tensions.
For one thing, if you've got political tensions, when you're on the tee, you're going to make a bad shot. The great thing about golf is you can't do anything else when you're playing. And if you try, your concentration will break and you'll play poorly. And then you let your adversary go back to Congress the next day and tell everybody what a lousy golfer you are, which will further rub salt in your wounds.
Mr. Clinton has taken his duties as host quite seriously, and he says he'll continue to be a part of this event every year going forward.
Yeah, I signed on. I won't be here every year. First, I'm having a good time, and second, it's my responsibility. I want it to work.
Thank you.
Thanks.
President Clinton clearly loves golf. He doesn't play much anymore, but he will play tomorrow, teeing off here at PGA West with Greg Norman on Saturday morning. In La Quinta, Scott Hennessee, KPSPLocal2.com. After 2 rounds of the Humana Challenge, 3 players have a 3-shot lead at 16 under par. Tournament host Bill Clinton made his rounds at PGA West today, again catching up with Phil Mickelson. Mickelson still struggling to score well, though. On the 14th hole of the Nicklaus Private, he can't get out of the bunker. That led to a bogey that put Phil at 5 over par. He would rally as he made the turn. This birdie putt on the first hole, his 10th of the day, got him to 1 over par. He finished 1 under. Greg Norman started to shake off the rust of inactivity. He doesn't play much, but he answered Bill Clinton's call to play here. That birdie got Norman to 2 under par. He finished 1 under. First round co-leader David Toms birdies the 4th hole. Another nice round from him, a 65. He still shares the lead. Camilo Villegas no longer has a piece of the lead with Toms. The Colombian made a birdie there. He shot 68. He's 3 back. Ben Crane finishes his round with a birdie. He shot 63 and is in the lead. I spoke with Crane just as he finished his round.
Ben Crane.
Another great round today. How did you do it, and do you think you can keep it up?
I will tell you if I can keep it up after Sunday about maybe 5 o'clock. You never know. But how did I do it? With good ball striking, hit my wedges close, but great putting. 22 putts today, and really took advantage of some, critical putts, some 10, 15 footers that I was able to, see the line on and roll in. So that always gets momentum going.
22 putts, that's incredible. Let's take a look at the leaderboard here. You see Crane, Toms, and Mark Wilson all tied at 16 under. There's Villegas, 3 shots back. Other notables, La Quinta's Anthony Kim, he's 4 under. We told you Mickelson is 1 under. Dustin Johnson, the highest ranked player in the field, withdrew today, said his back was bothering him, could be an offshoot of the knee injury. He is coming off of knee surgery, said he's kind of having to walk a little bit funny, his back's bugging him, and he is gone. If there is one knock on the event this year, it's that there are fewer celebrities than usual. One of them who is here for the first time is Motown legend Smokey Robinson. Look at this amazing shot he hits on the 17th hole, a par 3. I spoke with Smokey after his round.
I never really got the chance to play when it was the Bob Hope, and every time they would have it, it just so happens that I would be working. But I got a letter from President Clinton about 2 months ago, telling me he was going to take this over and inviting me to come. And so I set the time aside, and I'm really glad I did. I'm having a ball.
And Bill Clinton will play tomorrow, 10:20, with Greg Norman, coming up in Eye in the Desert at 6:45. I will ask the former president if political adversaries can ease political tensions with one another if they play golf together. We'll hear his response coming up in Eye in the Desert.
You're watching KPSP Local 2, where local comes first.
Golf spectators are being encouraged to walk and stay active at the Humana Challenge out at PGA West in La Quinta. But after you've followed your favorite players for a few hours, you'll want to chill out for a while. The place to do that is in Hope Square.
When you step away from the course, you can still stay close to the action in Hope Square, which has its own action to engage you. There's live music, lots of food and drink choices, and you can even take a few swings yourself.
This is David Murdahl with the Southern California PGA. David, what do we do here? What is this inflatable golf course that we have?
We have 2 inflatable hitting cages, and basically we're introducing the game of golf to everybody and anybody. Okay. So what we use is called birdie ball. We call this skee ball for golf.
Another spot you'll want to hit here in Hope Square is the Clinton Foundation tent. The former president himself came by this afternoon, clearly proud of the golfing memorabilia that he has on display. He pointed out the Calamity Jane putter. He says it's one of just 9 that exist in the world today.
And the president told me that some of the problems that exist in the world today might be more easily solved if our leaders took some time to golf with one another.
In your experience, can golfing with political adversaries help to ease political tensions?
Yeah, I think so. For one thing, if you've got political tensions, when you're on the tee, you're going to make a bad shot. The great thing about golf is that you can't do anything else when you're playing. And if you try, your concentration will break and you'll play poorly. And then you'll let your adversary go back to Congress the next day and tell everybody what a lousy golfer you are, which will further rub salt in your wounds. For another, it reminds people that we're just people and that we are built, we are wired to think for ourselves, and we think, our thinking and our reasoning grows out of our own life experiences as well as what we know. And differences of opinion are inevitable, and in the end, they're healthy. You know, Benjamin Franklin once said, our adversaries are our friends, but they show us our faults. Nobody's right all the time, and we live in an extremely complex world. So I think it would help if they played golf together once a week. You know, if the president announced to the country, I want to take half a day a week and play golf with the Republican and the Democratic leaders of Congress, I don't think the country would boo. I think the country would cheer. And it would increase the productivity of the thing. When he and Joe Biden went out and played with John Boehner and whoever else they played with, I was thrilled. 1959, before he was president.
President Clinton clearly a big fan of the game of golf, and he will play in tomorrow's tournament. He will tee off at 10:20 alongside Greg Norman at the Palmer Private Course at PGA West. Coming up next tonight, we'll have Andrew Starkey in our studio. He'll be here to talk about the upcoming California Winter League baseball season. It opens tomorrow at Palm Springs Stadium, a great entertainment option for you for the next month. Eye in the Desert returns after this.